Hey, Liberty Assembly. How's everybody doing tonight? I just wanted to jump on here and share a short devotion with you tonight. Grateful for Pastor Joe and Cindy taking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I get my turn on Thursday. So we just wanted to jump on here and bring. I want to bring some Christmas thoughts tonight for us to remember. Just got back from the church and sitting here downstairs in our house. And how many of you hate it when somebody shows up to your house unannounced? Right? Some people don't mind, but some people, they don't really like that. They don't like it when people show up unannounced, right? It kind of throws them for a loop, makes them a little annoyed. Maybe the house is dirty. Maybe you weren't ready for company. But whatever the case might be, sometimes we get a little annoyed when people show up unannounced. Aren't you glad? Let me ask you this question. Aren't you glad that Jesus did not show up unannounced? It's Christmas time, which means it's the time that Jesus came. And he did not show up without telling us he was coming. Do you know what we call that? We call those the Old Testament prophecies about the Messiah. Jesus told us that he would be coming. He gave us things that we could look for. He gave us things that we could watch for, things that would tell us who the Messiah would be and that we could know and celebrate when he was to come. And that is what we get to celebrate this season, the coming of Jesus. Let me just take a minute. I want to read some of those prophecies to you because Jesus didn't show up unannounced. He actually told us he would come, where he would come, when he would come, how he would come. Here's some of the prophecies. Micah 5:2 says, "But you, O Bethlehem Ephratah, you are too little to be among the clans of Judah, but from you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler in Israel." Isaiah prophesied in Isaiah chapter 7, "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign, that Jesus would be born of a virgin. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel." Genesis 22 tells us that in your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. The Old Testament also tells us about Jesus coming out of Egypt in Hosea 11, and again we see it fulfilled in Matthew chapter 2. When Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son. And we see Jesus come out of Egypt. Jeremiah prophesies the coming of the Messiah. With a voice is heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel is weeping for her children. She refuses to be comforted for her children because they are no more. But we know that Jesus would come in the middle of the greatest suffering. Listen, these prophecies remind us that the coming of Jesus is the result of the unstoppable desire of God to save his people. Isn't that an amazing promise that Jesus comes in the midst of everything? He shows up and he says, I am here to save my people from their sin, not just the people of Israel. But then in the New Testament, the Apostle Paul is called by God to bring that same hope and that same message to the people who are considered the Gentiles. But God sends Jesus into the world. He tells us he will come, and then he comes. And here's the greatest hope of all when it comes to the fulfillment of the Old Testament prophecies that we see fulfilled in Jesus. The greatest hope is this, that because God prophesied the coming of the Messiah, and then he came as promised, we know and can trust that God will take us into the future, that the future prophecies that have yet to be fulfilled will come to pass because of the fact that they have come to pass in the past. We know that they will come to pass in the future. We could put our hope, our faith, our trust in the fact that Jesus has come, that Jesus laid down his life for us, and that Jesus rose from the dead. And we have hope because of the past fulfillment of prophecy leads us to trust God to do it again. What a great promise of Christmas. Man, I hope this has been a blessing to you. I hope this has encouraged you tonight. And so here's what I would ask you to do. Drop a comment. Let us know how we can pray for you. Put that right there in the comment section below. As I see some of you are already jumping on and watching and leaving some comments, put some prayer requests in those comments below that we can pray for you. If you're not comfortable putting them there, email us, home@libertyag.church. Visit us on the website, libertyag.church. Fill out the contact form. Just let us know how we can be praying for you. Also, if this has been a blessing to you, do us a favor and hit the share button. Let's get this hope and this promise of Jesus this Christmas. Let's get this out. Let's get the word out. Hit the share button and let's tell people about the love of Christ and the promise fulfillment of the prophecies and the hope that we have that Jesus will do it again. He'll continue to fulfill the words that were spoken by God through his prophets. What a great promise this Christmas time. We love you. God bless you. And please, please, please join us this weekend. We have such an amazing special announcement about Christmas Eve that we don't want you to miss. Sunday morning, 10:30 online. You can join us right here on Facebook. You can join us on YouTube, or you can join us at libertyag.church/live. Hope to see you Sunday, 10:30 for our service. God bless.